I'm 75 years old, and I need to tell you something I should have realized 30 years ago. My name is Daniel, and I chose pride over my family. I chose proving myself over being present. I built the biggest vending empire in New York City history, and I lost everything that actually mattered. I'm going to tell you something that might make you uncomfortable. For 30 years, I was so busy fighting battles that didn't matter that I forgot to show up for the people who did. I was so focused on winning, on proving I was more than just a poor kid from the neighborhood, on being somebody, that I forgot to be a husband, a father, a man my family could count on. And now my wife has dementia. She doesn't remember half our life together, and I can't get those years back. The years I spent fighting instead of loving, working instead of living, proving instead of being present. I'm 75 years old. I've been married 52 years, and I can't go home to my wife most nights. Not because I don't want to, but because I'm still fighting, still working, still trying to prove something to people who don't care, while the woman I love forgets who I am, one day at a time. Let me take you back to 1970. I was 20 years old, grew up in an Italian neighborhood in New York. Everyone around me had one dream: become a sanitation worker. That was success where I came from. My father made $5,000 one year, and he was so proud. I remember thinking, somebody makes that in a day. I didn't want that life. I didn't want to be just another guy from the neighborhood who never did anything. So I started building push carts, little vending carts. I'd work all day building them, all night selling from them. I barely slept. I barely ate. But I was building something. I was becoming somebody. In 1975, I met Maria. She was 22. I was 25. She was working at a coffee shop in Manhattan. I'd stop by with my cart. We'd talk. She'd laugh at my jokes. She saw something in me, not what I was going to become, just who I was. We got married in 1976. I was 26 years old. I told her, give me 5 years. 5 years and I'll make it. Then we'll have everything. She said, I already have everything. I didn't understand what she meant. Not then. I thought she was being naive, that she didn't understand how the world worked. But she understood something I didn't, that having everything means nothing if you're not there to enjoy it. By 1985, I was 35. I had become the biggest vending operator in New York City history, hundreds of carts, millions of dollars. I'd made it. I was somebody. The poor kid from the neighborhood who beat the system, who proved everyone wrong. And I was never home. I'd leave at 4 a.m., come back at midnight, 7 days a week. Maria would say, Danny, when are you going to slow down? And I'd say, soon, just a little more, just until we're really secure. But we were already secure. We had a house, we had money, we had each other. Except we didn't, because I was never there. In 1990, everything changed. The city came after me. Politics, corruption. They wanted me out. They took my business. Everything I'd built for 20 years, gone. Just like that. I lost millions. I lost my reputation. I lost everything. Except Maria. She was still there. She said, it's okay, we'll start over, as long as we have each other. And you know what I did? I started over. But I didn't learn. I didn't slow down. I didn't appreciate what I had. I just found another battle to fight, another war to win. I became a hot dog vendor, put my cart in front of the Metropolitan Museum, and I fought. I fought the city. I fought the black market vendors. I fought everyone. For 30 years, I'm still fighting. For 13 years now, I can't go home most nights. I have to sleep next to my cart, to protect it, to make sure nobody steals my spot. If I leave, they'll take it. The cops won't help. The city won't help. So I sleep in a van, in the cold, in the heat, alone, while my wife is at home, forgetting me. Maria has dementia now. She's 70 years old. Most days she doesn't know who I am. She doesn't remember our wedding. She doesn't remember our fights. She doesn't remember the life we built. And I only get to see her twice a week, because I'm too busy fighting, too busy protecting a cart, a spot, a business, things that don't matter, while the woman I love disappears. Last month, something happened that broke me. I went to visit Maria. It was a Tuesday. I walked into the house. She was sitting in her chair watching TV. I sat down next to her. I said, "Hi, honey, it's me, Danny." She looked at me, no recognition, nothing. She said, "Do I know you?" I said, "I'm your husband. We've been married 52 years. She smiled, polite, confused. She said, "That's nice." And she went back to watching TV. I sat there next to her, this woman I'd loved for 52 years, who stood by me through everything, who lost her house because of my choices, who lived in a van because of my pride, who never left, who never complained. And she didn't know who I was. And I thought about all the nights I wasn't home, all the times I chose the business over her, all the moments I missed because I was too busy fighting, too busy proving, too busy being someone instead of being with her. And I realized I'd won every battle and lost the only war that mattered. I started crying. Right there in that chair, for the first time in decades, because I finally understood all those years fighting the city, fighting the corruption, fighting for my business. None of it mattered, not one bit. Maria mattered. Being home mattered. Being present mattered. And I traded all of that for what? For pride? For the ability to say I didn't quit? For a hot dog cart? I'd trade it all, right now. Every cart, every dollar, every victory, just to have one more conversation with Maria where she knows who I am, where she remembers us, where we're actually together. But I can't. That chance is gone. That's when I knew. I'd wasted 30 years, maybe more, fighting battles that didn't matter, chasing victories that meant nothing, while the only person who ever truly mattered sat at home, waiting, forgetting, disappearing. I'm 75 years old now, and here's what I learned too late. Pride will destroy you. It will take everything you love and convince you that fighting is more important than living, that proving yourself matters more than being present, that winning battles is worth losing your life. It's not. I was so focused on not going back, on not being just another guy from the neighborhood, on proving I was somebody, that I forgot the only person I needed to prove anything to was Maria. And all she ever wanted was for me to come home. Direct to camera, I chose pride over presence. I chose fighting over family. I chose being somebody over being with someone. And now I'm 75. My wife doesn't know me. I sleep in a van protecting a cart. And for what? What did I win? I proved I could succeed. I proved I wouldn't quit. I proved I was tougher than everyone who tried to break me. And I'm alone. My wife is gone even though she's still alive. And I only have myself to blame. Pause. You think your work matters more than going home. You think your battles are worth fighting. You think proving yourself is important. It's not. None of it is. The only thing that matters is the people you love, and whether you're there for them. Really there, not physically present while your mind is somewhere else, not coming home just to sleep and leave again, but actually there, present, connected, choosing them over everything else. Music returns somber. Maria stood by me through everything, when I lost my business, when we lost our house, when we lived in a van. She never left. She never complained. She just stayed. And what did I give her? Scraps, moments, the leftover pieces of me after I'd given everything to work, to fighting, to pride. And now she doesn't even remember those scraps. She doesn't remember any of it. And I'd give anything, everything, just to have one more real conversation with her. But I can't. Because I waited too long, because I thought there would be more time, because I thought my battles mattered more than my marriage. Long pause. 2 weeks ago, I was sitting with Maria. She was having a good day. She looked at me and said, "You look tired." I said, "I am tired." She said, "Then come home. Just come home." And I wanted to. God, I wanted to. But I can't. Because if I do, I lose the cart. I lose the income. I lose the battle. And then what was it all for? But sitting there looking at her, I realized something. I already lost. I lost 30 years ago. I just didn't know it yet. ACT 5, the warning. If you're watching this and you're choosing work over family, stop. Right now. Stop. Whatever battle you're fighting, it's not worth it. Whatever you're trying to prove, nobody cares. Whatever victory you're chasing, it will mean nothing when the people you love are gone. I'm 75 years old. My wife doesn't remember me, and I can't get those years back. The years I spent working instead of loving, fighting instead of being present, proving instead of just being with her. Pause. Your pride will cost you everything. Your need to prove yourself will destroy your family. Your battles will win you nothing and cost you everything. I know. Because I'm living proof. I won every fight and lost my life. Don't do what I did. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't trade the people you love for achievements that don't matter. Because one day you'll be 75, and the person you love will look at you and not know who you are. And you'll realize you wasted your entire life on things that meant nothing. Direct, intense, go home. Today, right now. Stop fighting battles that don't matter. Stop trying to prove yourself. Stop choosing pride over presence. Because I promise you, you will regret it. You will stand there watching the person you love forget you. And you'll realize too late that none of it mattered. Not the work, not the victories, not the pride, none of it. The only thing that ever mattered was going home and being there and choosing them over and over again. Music builds. I'm 75 years old. My biggest regret will break your heart because it broke mine. I chose everything that didn't matter over the only thing that did. And now it's too late. Maria's forgetting me, and I can't stop it. I can't fix it. I can't go back and choose differently. All I can do is stand here and beg you. Don't make my mistake. Don't waste your life fighting. Go home. Be present. Choose the people you love before they're gone, before they forget you, before it's too late. Long pause, looking directly at camera. If this means something to you, share it. Leave a comment and tell me you're going to go home, that you're going to stop fighting, that you're going to choose differently, and then actually do it. Today, not tomorrow. Today. Because Maria doesn't remember tomorrow. She barely remembers today. And soon, she won't remember anything. And neither will the people you love if you keep choosing everything else over them. The clock is ticking for all of us. Don't waste what's left. Fade to black. Word count. 1847 words, estimated runtime, 10 minutes.